push you in a different category. Whereas in America, I made very, very good money, but I was still invisible, even though I made a lot of money, still invisible. Here, I have a lot less money, but I'm very visible. I'm actually seen by Filipinos. People want to go out and they want to have a date, and they say yes, if you were to ask them. But you're going to start out with online dating, and online dating you'll have your profile out for a day. You're going to have at least 200, 300 responses in one day, fellas.
Really?
So you're going to have a lot of responses. So the dating over here is off the charts. It's amazing.
Go. Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. And today I have here Brett. Oh my God, he's full of energy. So how are you, Brett? Introduce yourself more to our viewers right now.
My name is Brett McAllister. I'm from the U.S. I come here from Georgia, lived in North Carolina, Georgia, and Florida for a big portion of my life. And I'm now here in the Philippines, retired permanently from the U.S. and living life.
So how long you been here in the Philippines?
I've been here since January the 5th, 2024, so right at 18 and a half months.
Okay, tell me your story, how you decided to live in the Philippines.
Pretty simple story here. I went through a bad marriage in the U.S. and got divorced. That was 8 years ago. I got into another relationship, and it went poorly. And after the bad relationship, I started looking at other options. Other countries I could actually live in. I started down in Mexico and Central America, looked at Panama, Costa Rica, and things of that nature, and wanted to be somewhere where I could live and not work anymore. So I started looking at other countries, and by pure luck, I saw a video one day on the Philippines. Yeah. I watched the video, and everybody speaks English here, and I was like, wow, this could be the right one. So I sold everything that I owned and packed it all up and
really?
Moved
you
here.
Sold everything that you own?
Everything.
How long it takes you to sell everything?
I think it took me a month to sell my house.
Wow.
And then I sold, like, my furniture went with my house. I actually sold it as a combo. And then whatever I had left over, I sold to my brother for a big discount.
Oh my God, it sounds very impulsive.
Yes.
Yeah, so okay, what was your first impression to the people and to the Philippines?
I fell in love immediately. It was to the extent where I actually went out my first 2 weeks of living here, bought a motorbike, and within a month and a half, bought a car. So I already knew within the first month and a half, this is where I'm going to be calling home. The people are amazing. The city of Cebu is so centralized here in the Philippines, and it allows for quick and very inexpensive travel.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to Walwal, I can get on my motorbike, I can be in Walwal in 2 hours. I can go down to Oslab in about 3.5 hours. I can go to Dumaguete in about 4.5 hours. And you can go up north and go towards like Bantayan Island, Timothy's Island, and be there very quick. So I found very quickly that being so centralized, it made it for a very good place to call home, because you can actually extend lots of trips and a lot of vacations by going outside doing extra travel.
Yeah. You are here for 18 months.
Yes.
So it's still, the perspective doesn't change. It's still, you look Philippines the same since the time you got in here.
I have met so many foreigners that have negatives. They have pros. Yeah. I've had some that all they have is negatives. I have yet to actually have a negative. I don't have any negatives. People say, what about the traffic? Where I came from, traffic was worse. So it's not a negative. It's actually it'd be a pro to me. People talk about the roosters and the dogs. Well, those things where I live, I don't get bothered by that. And when I'm out here walking down the streets, it does not bother me whatsoever. Do I get a little teary-eyed at times when I see a dog that, mange, things of that nature, that may be bad health for a dog? Yeah, I get a little teary-eyed. But other than that, I mean, I don't have any negatives. Everything is so positive. The people, make this country what it is. So you have the most beautiful people in the world, according to my perspective, in my opinion. And then you have a very exotic, very beautiful country to live in. So those are two huge pros to go with no cons. And so everything just kind of builds up and made for a great place to call home.
Yeah, so in your opinion, what is the advantages being here in the Philippines? Because you can't see negative about Philippines. So what are the advantages that you can tell to our viewers being here in the Philippines?
Yeah, probably the most important things for guys that are over in America or in Canada and other countries that are going to be foreigners moving over here. The biggest thing for most guys is dating. They want to know about dating life. In America, I was basically looked at as invisible. I feel like I was the invisible man. Over here, so you're looking at a scale of 1 to 10. You're talking about America being a 1 or 2 when it comes to dating, and in the Philippines, it'll be like 12 or 13. Wow. It's off the charts. It's amazing here how the culture has expanded, the way you guys are raised, and how you treat a man. Very important things. Now, do you find out in every single Filipino? No. The thing is, you have to search. Take your time. Be slow about it. Don't jump into the first person that you meet over here. Take your time and just get to know the person. And over time, you will know if it's the right person or not. But again, dating over here, literally I always tell guys when they come over here for the first time, again, I came over here sight unseen, never been to anywhere in Asia at all before I moved here.
You never been?
Nowhere in Asia, period. And when I got here, literally you could probably find a date every single day.
Wow.
I am not that kind of guy.
Okay.
So I didn't do it that way, but literally a guy can find a date every single day.
Oh, yeah.
You are going to run into some situations where you're going to have a Filipina want you to pay for services.
Really?
Really? And you just tell them, no, that's not my interest.
Yeah.
Or yes, if it is your interest. I'm just saying in my particular case, it wasn't my interest. You're going to run into that. But that's the only negative when it comes to the online dating. And again, nothing bad about the Filipino as far as that culture, because you have to understand that the Filipinos mostly here come from very poor families.
Yes.
You're coming from a family that makes an average, if you have the husband and wife working, you have maybe $400 to $600 US coming in per month. So she comes from a very poor family. Sometimes you only have one parent.
Yeah.
They're coming from $300 per month.
Yes.
So yes, we look very enticing to a Filipino, and they're looking, hey, this could be my money ticket. This could be my way out of poor life and into a very good life.
Yeah. So are you, the attention you get in here in the Philippines is just a lot. I can tell. that's what you're, So what are okay, let's talk about the cost of living. Tell me about the place you're staying right now, how much it costs you, like everyday expenses for you.
Okay.
Right.
I actually had, before I came, I set up a plan for myself at a $3,000 per month budget. Again, that's US dollars. And when I got here, I found that was very hard to spend. I would find myself spending anywhere between $1,700 and $2,200 US dollars per month. I am paying roughly 430 US dollars per month for my condo at Marco Polo. I'm in Tower 1. That is 25,000 pesos per month. Electricity runs about 4,000 pesos per month. I have parking at 6,000 pesos per month. I have my visa extension comes in about $24 per month. And then I have home Wi-Fi comes in about 1,200 pesos per month. And then gas in both the car and the bike runs me probably, not very much, probably a few thousand pesos per month, even if that. So again, it comes in very inexpensive. To fill my car up is 2,000 pesos. That kind of gives you an idea. And that will last me an entire month. So
entire month for you.
If not more.
Yeah. So it is easy for foreigners to buy a car or a motorbike in here?
Yes.
It is very easy. Okay. So for our viewers that want to live in here or travel here in the Philippines, what are the things that they have to know first before traveling or living here in the Philippines?
First thing you want to do is you want to do some research on the actual visa and visa extensions. Here in the Philippines, you're allowed 3 years on your passport. And how that works is you will go to online if you want to. You can go online and do what they call, the first one's called a waiver. That gives you an extra 30 days. So when you come, you get 30 days, and then you can do a waiver for 30 days. After that, you can go to either Lapu and do your extension in person, or you can stay online and keep doing 2-month extensions. And again, that usually runs around 2,800 pesos per 2-month extension. So it's very easy here. So that was one of the biggest things, just studying to make sure how the visa works, how long I can stay here without having a visa. I can say how long I can stay here on my passport. Other thing is, how is dating going to be over here?
Yes, yeah.
How is the way of life going to be as far as travel? How is travel expenses going to be? And again, all those things were all pros when I first moved here, because traveling here is so inexpensive. I can hop on an airplane and I can do a flight here to Surigao City. Probably cost me somewhere between $40 and $50. Again, that's US guys, so that kind of gives you an idea. So it's very inexpensive.
Yes,
I can get a hotel and I can pay $12 a night for a hotel. So everything is so inexpensive here, whereas in America, if I wanted to fly somewhere, I'm looking at $1,000 out of pocket just to fly. And then I'm talking about at least 100 or 150 per night for a hotel. So again, you can see the cost differential between the two countries.
So what is your advice to foreigners that want to live in here in the Philippines, that they're gonna be living a life like Brett, enthusiastic, he's having fun, very positive being here in the Philippines? What are the things they're gonna do, and they have to how they gonna get rid of themselves for that, so that they can experience the life you have?
I kind of make a routine for myself, so actually I keep myself pretty busy. I got the YouTube, of course, now. So I do my YouTube channel, but other than that, I do massages 3 to 4 times a week. I do a lot of time with my friends, so almost every single day I'm actually meeting at Starbucks with either 2 or 3 of my friends. So then at that point we'll finish up the meeting there. We're just hanging out, having a good time. We'll go and have lunch. Then we'll make time. We'll make plans for dinner. And then I'll go home sometimes, and just have a long time where I get to sit back and relax and just enjoy some television. But for the most part, I stay pretty busy around here. So it's a very exciting lifestyle, and not even including my travels.
And about dating? What is your opinion about dating here, or observation, or your own experience about dating?
Any person that comes from the U.S., Canada, from other countries, actually a foreigner, your budget's going to be a lot bigger than the average family here. So it puts you in a different category. Whereas in America, I made very, very good money, but I was still invisible. Even though I made a lot of money, still invisible. Here, I have a lot less money, but I'm very visible. I'm actually seen by Filipinos. People want to go out and they want to have a date, and they say yes if you were to ask them. But you're going to start out with online dating, and online dating you'll have your profile out for a day. You're gonna have at least 200, 300 responses in one day, fellas.
Really?
So you're gonna have a lot of responses. So the dating over here is off the charts. It's amazing, good quality ladies to see, and you'll be very happy with your decision about coming over here for dating. But again, there's a lot more into it. Dating's only a portion. Cost of living is a major thing. The beauty of the country, the beauty of the people. All those things are big factors when it comes to staying here in the Philippines.
But all of that, I think what Britt is saying, it's still depend how you look at life. How is your perspective about life? Philippines is not just a magic, that it will change you eventually when you step in the Philippines. So let's talk about your channel, Brett. Oh my God, he got a very interesting channel. He's doing
Champions.
good. So talk about your channel, how your schedule about your channel, what you do to your channel.
Basically on my channel, I do 3 videos per week. I do 3 videos per week. Usually set on the same exact days. That's going to be Tuesday, Friday, Sunday, and I do a members only live on Monday and a open live on Thursdays. So I keep myself busy with that. Again, I just can't say enough. I mean, that fell into my lap. I never wanted to do YouTube. It just so happens that one of the YouTubers that was here before, he moved out of Cebu. And I kind of took his spot. I wanted to help people in the U.S., especially the U.S., get over that fence and get here to the Philippines. So that I dedicated my channel to helping guys by giving content and information to help those guys get over here and visit this beautiful country in the hopings they'll end up living here for good.
So, okay, this is the last thing. What could be the best behavior you could, you know, what could be the best behavior you gonna bring here in the Philippines for you to be like, honestly, because Brett is the first foreigner I've talked to that was very positive. He can't see anything bad in the Philippines. So what could be the best behavior to...
My word of advice is leave it all behind. I know a lot of you guys out there, you went through a bad marriage, you went through a bad breakup, and you have animosity towards that. You don't want to bring those feelings over here with you, where you have hatreds towards life in general. Leave it all behind, leave it back in the States, leave it back in Canada, from wherever country you're coming from, just leave it all behind, come over here with an open mind, big smile on your face, start meeting people here in the Philippines, not only expats or foreigners, also meet Filipinos and Filipinos, start enjoying your life, and again, leave the hatred all behind. There is no problems here with politics. So again, you have a lot of things that happen here that are different than happens back in the United States and other countries like Canada, for example. Hugely different here. Yeah. So again, come over here with positive vibes, positive feelings, and you will live a very good life. But again, don't bring that hatred from things that might have happened bad in your life over there. That there be marriage, relationships, family. Again, a lot of things over there could cause some hatred. Get rid of the hatred first, and then come over here and start enjoying life. That's the reason I moved over here, to enjoy life.
That's what you do. Thank you so much, Brett, for the time, guys. That's all for today's video. I'll see you next time. Thanks, Brett.
All right, thank you so much.
Bye.
It was a pleasure.